Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If this is your first time of stopping by, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for to all my old subscribers. I really appreciate. For this time, also going to make it for my daughter as well, and her half length is 11 inches. So I added 1 inch for allowance. Yes, that's for the joining allowance. So for the shoulder, her shoulder is 6 inches. I also added 1 inch. You can add 1/2 inch depending on your preference. So with the same shoulder measurements, I came down. That's going to serve for the armhole measurement. Um so and I joined the line. So for the shoulder slope, I'm going to go in by 3 inches. Then from that 3 inches, I'm going to go down from the other side, not here. That was a mistake. From the other side, from the armhole side, I'm going to go down by 1 inch or 0.75. Mostly I go down by 0.75 for children. Then I will slant it from the 3 inches to the 0.75. Then for the neckline, I did 2.5 by 2.5. You can decide to increase it depending on how wide you want the neck to be, or how narrow you want the neck to be. If it's a turtleneck, you can still reduce it. So then I made a C curve to get the neckline, the curved neckline. For the bust measurement, her bust is 25. Yes, 25, and I divided it by 2. Then I added 2 inches for sewing allowance. You can decide to add less or more. Then for the waist measurement, I use the same waist measurement because children don't have that figure 8 that adults have. Most of them have bigger tummy, so I did the same thing for the waistline, and I joined everything together from the neckline to the bust to the waist. So for the front part of the armhole, I'm going to go in by 0.5 or 0.75. Then I'm going to slant it to the upper part and down part of the armhole. For the cutting of this 0.5, I'm not supposed to cut it now before marking out the back, but it's just a silly mistake. And I also not bothered as well because I added 1 inch to the allowance, so I think I'm on the safer side. But please don't make the same mistake. You are going to cut out the back before you shape in the 0.5 for the front armhole. That's all, just to eliminate the puffness on at the armhole, on the front armhole, and it does we don't need it at the back armhole. So for the back, towards the zipper side, I'm going to add 1 inch for zipper allowance. Then for the neckline, I went down by 1 inch for the neckline. It depends on how wide or how down you want the neckline to be. You do as you wish. But for this, I went down by 1 inch. Then for the zip allowance, I used 1 inch. That's the only difference between the front and the back, then including the armhole. Then every other part is the same, making sure that your neck width is the same with the net width of the of the back side, so that it won't give you trouble while joining. I'm going to go ahead to cut the flay, the down part of the flay. So for this flay, I'm going to be cutting full flay. That's 360 flay. Then what I did is to fold my fabric half, the my brown paper have. It depends on what you are working with. If you are working with your fabric, just measure out why folding, why you fold and then you measure, just for you not to waste your fabric. But for this, I just have a brown paper, which is not even enough for the length I wanted, but I had to use it just for the purpose of this illustration. So at first I marked 6 inches round for the waistline. Then I measured it and discovered that it's more than her waistline. I got 10 inches, and her waistline, when divided by 4, is 6.5. We're dividing by 4 because the 5, when you count the folded fabric, is 4 pieces. So we are dividing the waistline by 4. So I went down to mark 4 inches from the beginning, and I got almost 7 inches, which is okay, which is perfect for what I'm looking for, including the zip allowance. Remember that we are going to put zip allowance. Then I'm going to, from that 4 inches, I went down. From that 4 inches, you're going to go down to your measurements. If it's 10, if it's 11, 15, no, that's your, from half length to the full length you want to cut for the full flare. And I marked everything. I'm going to cut it, go ahead to cut it out. Please, if you have any question, don't forget to leave a comment below, and I'll attend to you as soon as possible. So for the design we have, if you look at the picture, you see that we have the star is step by step flare. So it's advisable to mark on a paper first, then transfer to your fabric, so that you won't, you are not going to waste your fabric. Then, so for this, I measured the total length of the flare, and it's 10 inches. Then I'm going to divide it into 3, or I'm going to divide it. You can divide according to how tiny or how wide, or how many designs you want to add. So I divided into 3. That's 3, 7 inches, and then the last one. So I'm going to mark around this 3 inches. That's for the first step, for the first design. Then I also marked 7 inches for the second one. I just have 3 lines, 3 flare because the brown paper is not enough for other ones. So I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. Then I went ahead to cut one side of the flare, just to get a long stripe for each of them, and that back one is going to serve as the zip. That open one is going to serve as the zip. So I'm going to transfer this thing to another paper, just like you want to transfer it to your fabric. What you do is to fold the way we folded at the initial stage. Then you mark, adding half inch to the up and to the down. That half inch, you are going to use it to join to the half length, then to join to the one below this one you are cutting. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do it to this one and to the other ones. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, because we have more and more coming up your way. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.